Environmentalism, global warming, is the issue for the left. I know it just seems like a pet issue. It just seems like, okay, environmentalism's one, raising taxes is another, healthcare. No, environmentalism is the whole thing because it's the religion. The religion is the religion of global warming, and the religion is then totalizing. It takes in part everything. So this Green New Deal is the great example of that. The Green New Deal, for some reason, includes a jobs program, a mandatory universal basic income. It destroys 88% of the American energy industry. It destroys and then rebuilds every single residential and non-residential building in America. It takes over a sixth of the U.S. economy and forces a socialist healthcare program that destroys private insurance and eliminates patient choice. Why is all of that in an environmental bill? What does that have to do with the Delta smelter, the polar bears? Seemingly nothing, unless you realize that this is not about protecting the natural environment. This is the totalizing religion of the left, and through this religious bill, they'll get everything they want. The Green New Deal sets up a mechanism, a select committee, such that they can pass any law they want. The committee, without any accountability to voters, without any campaigning, without any Democratic or Republican politics, just pure tyranny. They get everything through. It's the whole system. And so that's why they all have to focus on global warming. And like every other false religion, no amount of data are going to convince them to drop it. Like all other false religions, they can be standing. They're waiting for the world to end. The world's going to end at midnight on Tuesday. They're all out there waiting for the world to end. Midnight comes. It's 12:02. Everybody's still alive. What happens to their faith? Their faith doesn't go away. They double down on it. They say, oh, it's going to be really bad when it happens tomorrow. They're going to double all down on this. So what you're hearing now, this is the left-wing response to President Trump made this same joke about Amy Klobuchar. He said, oh, not a great look, and you're covered up in snow. You look like a little snowman talking about global warming. And they say, you idiot, weather isn't climate. Weather is when one discrete weather event happens, and climate is the totalizing religion that we believe in. That's basically the difference. So they say one single event in the weather doesn't move the needle on global warming one way or the other. It's the totality of events. Except they don't abide by that rule when the weather helps their position. When there's some big flood, they say it's global warming. When there's a heat wave, they say it's global warming. When one year is hotter than the previous year, they say that is global warming. When there's a heat spell in the middle of summer, that is global warming. And now, because it's a totalizing religious system, it's unfalsifiable. So when the weather's too cold, it's global warming. When the weather's too hot, it's global warming. When the weather doesn't move at all, as it didn't for a very long period of time between the late 90s and today, when the global mean temperature doesn't increase, they say that's global warming too. Extreme weather, moderate weather, any kind of weather is global warming. So then they lecture us. They say the weather isn't climate. Give me a break. You've got to pick a lane. You can't have it both ways. So despite the fact that global warming predictions have not come true, despite the fact that New York is not underwater, Florida is not underwater, it's like Al Gore predicted, it hasn't been underwater for 10 years, no evidence that it's catastrophic. Despite all of this, they're going to stick to it